Trading. I'm your host Conrad, and today we have another look at the crypto market. So firstly, we're going to take a look at the stock market, and later on, of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of these hype altcoins, UniUSD, Polkadot, and Chainlink USD as well. So make sure you stay around in this video until the end, because I'm going to talk about some of these altcoins later on in this video. So make sure you, as I said, you stay tuned, and of course you go down in the comments, you say I subscribed. I'm going to personally subscribe, answer to your comment, and as well go down and like this video. So subscribe and like, and yeah, that's it, and let's get into it. Okay, so looking here at the S&P, and we now, or at least yesterday, we had a nice price rally, and we went at least into the near vicinity of my target, which is still sitting at $342. And of course, Bitcoin trades alongside it. So we also now had a run up into resistance of 10,800 approximately, and we got that here on Bitcoin. We are still though moving sideways, so there is still some neutral trading zones which I do not like to trade unless we get into the vicinity of some of these bottom or upper trend lines. Then I will consider entering a trade, but until then I will stay on the sidelines, because I do not see too large of a potential for any significant and easily to interpret move to happen in the near term future. At least we can though go into the 4-hour chart, for example, and see that we do have an upward ascending trend line here, and price already just recently bounced off of it. So this does seem to be pretty important, and maybe once we break it, we can then get finally a push down all the way to this trend line here on the bottom, sitting currently at 10,400. This would also then approximately align with the last bottom here, also around 10,380, and maybe we can then find a bounce and maybe consolidate further until breaking out. But this is more a neutral pattern than anything else. Yes, we did have a pretty steep drop, and this could be a very extended flagging pattern which sends prices even lower, but I'm not too certain that this will happen, because we still have a nice bullish uptrend established here for Bitcoin, and as long as we do not move below 9,000, I still think this has a lot of potential to actually break to the upside, or at least consolidate further. So what I'm looking at now is a break of this trend line here, which is currently established, and if we get a significant close below 10,700, then I would say we have a break of this trend line, and that we can again move all the way down to 10,400 approximately, before finding another higher low and bouncing into the range of 10,800 once again. Okay, so I'm actually going to move on to Ethereum. Of course, Ethereum is looking very similar. And one thing I actually do not like, and this is also easily seen here on Bitcoin, is this corrective move to the upside. You usually do not want to see a corrective move to the upside if you are in a bullish scenario. So for example, you can see we have a steep drop right here, and then we have a very corrective move to the upside, and not a rapid and parabolic move similar to what happened right here. We actually got a very parabolic move and nice move to the upside, but here it is very corrective, moving in a zigzag way, which is not a bullish sign, because this usually signals that there are buyers, but they do hesitate upon entering in at this level. So pretty much a no trading zone for me. And of course, this is also playing out here on Ethereum, which is still pretty bullish for Ethereum. As said, we are still above this trend line. This does not have to be too important though, because this trend line was not established in a very important way. So I'm actually going to delete it for now. But we can look at a different trend line, which is playing out in this way. But also it's not too important because we do not have 3 touches. So we would need a move to 360 for now to get a third touch off this upper trend line. The TD sequential is still not telling me anything. It's still a no trading zone in my opinion. If we get actually once again to this resistance of 370, which I talked about in some of my videos, then we can possibly get a breakout, but I would still do not attempt to do it because this is just too heavy resistance to find a breakout, at least in my opinion. But we can then possibly look for an ascending triangle if you really get a pump all the way to 370. But if this does not happen and we actually get a breakdown on Bitcoin of this trend line here, then we can look all the way down to $313 to $14 for another buying opportunity, which I'm going to attempt to do, because this is too drastic of a drop in my opinion to just drop all the way down to $287 or even lower to $250. I do not see this likely. So I would still expect for a move to the downside before then again pumping all the way to around 350 and then possibly finding a breakdown. If we really get it on Bitcoin, then I would of course also expect it on Ethereum. But if we do not, then of course this can still be a bullish scenario. But looking at the technicals, it does not look pretty for Ethereum, of course. So moving on to Chainlink, and some of these altcoins actually did not perform in the way well, firstly I expected them to, and secondly I wanted them to. So looking here at the daily of Chainlink, it's still not looking too good. We do not have a very nice confirmation of this trend line. Yes, we do have a few touches actually here around this vicinity moving along this trend line, but I do not like all of these touches. These usually signal that we actually get a breakdown once again, and of course we also have this corrective move to the upside and actually through my resistance level of 9.4, and we are now sitting again below it. So if we get a very significant close above 9.4, then I could I wouldn't be bullish. I still think this is a no trading zone. You should have entered on a short position once we broke this trend line, and you should have had a stop loss in my opinion, or upon a retest of this resistance level right here. But you should not have a bullish entry in my opinion in this vicinity, but of course this is up to you what you do. So we also of course have this corrective move to the upside, which usually sends prices lower, and I would also expect for Chainlink to actually drop right in, or maybe not right now, but in the near future definitely. I would expect Chainlink to move lower, possibly even all the way down to 7.4. I'm still looking for a possible buy the dip scenario of $5, but this is of course dependent on what Bitcoin is doing. So all of these altcoins are dependent on Bitcoin, and this is also the reason why I do think looking at Bitcoin is very, very critical. So looking at UniUSD, okay, yeah, we actually had this pattern repeating. I actually looked at this descending channel. Sadly, we actually broke below it, so this is not a very good sign for UniUSD. Well, firstly, it's not a good sign. We moved past. Wait a minute. So we moved past 3.675. It's not a very good sign. We actually did that because it was pretty important support. Looking at the technicals, or it was practical the only support looking at the technicals. So yeah, we significantly went below it, and we are now also again trading below this trend line, so this is not a bullish sign. What is still pretty interesting is that on the daily chart we can see a 9 buy here for USD for the Uniswap token. So maybe this could be a sign for some bullish entries, but I would not take them for granted, especially because we have so little trading history for UniUSD that I would not enter upon the signal. And of course the technicals aren't supporting this area in any shape or form, except maybe for 2.947 for a possibly support area right here, but I would not attempt to trade it. Okay, so yeah, I mean, yeah, Uniswap or UniUSD, Chainlink, Link USD, also not all not looking too good. But what is pretty interesting, but also not looking too good, is Polkadot.USD. So as you can see, we have very nice 3 touches actually aligning with this one and aligning with this horizontal resistance in the past. So I did say that we could have the possibility for an ascending triangle if we again move into the vicinity of 4.57 to 4.6. This will be a critical resistance area. Well, we did not make it, and we actually broke this downwards trend line here off this channel, and once we significantly broke 4.31, and we actually went all the way down to my target of 3.92 ish, and we then found support. So it's very nice to see that this at least held up. We also had a pump all the way to 4.6 exactly, I guess, just a bit above here on Binance. So pretty interesting to see these pump and dumps playing out. So a very to the point pump here for Polkadot.USD. And yeah, I mean, this is not looking too good. This does look like a descending triangle. I would not like to be invested at this point in Polkadot. Also, many of these altcoins do not look too good, so I would stay away from them. So, and all the other technicals aren't looking too good as well. Now we have descending, or we have lower lows, and we have basically we have lower highs, and we have basically same lows here around this vicinity of 3.89 to 3.9. Once we get a breakdown of this level of 3.9, I would expect a break at least to 3.54, but there's pretty much a lot of room for downwards pressure here once Polkadot moves below 3.9. I would be very careful because of this big descending triangle coming all the way down here. And yeah, so I'm not too bullish for Polkadot.USD at the moment. Okay, I think that's actually it. I think I covered most of what I wanted to talk about. We can just take a quick look at gold. For example, we have pretty steep or we have pretty important resistance here coming in as well around 1918, where we are currently sitting at. So as you can see, it was the all-time high, and we are now again expecting resistance here around this vicinity. We also have a rather corrective but a more impulsive move to the upside, so we can possibly have a break up to 1918, but possibly even if we get a break clearly and with some decent volume, then we can move all the way to 1960. This does sound like some dates in the past, but no, these are some price levels I would definitely take a look at. And yeah, but this is still some heavy resistance, so I would not expect gold to just break above these levels. And yeah, okay, So of course gold does align with Bitcoin, so there are currently some signs that Bitcoin will not move higher except the S&P decides to pump price. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. If you did not do it yet, go down into the comments, say I subscribed. I'm going to personally reply to your comment, and as well go down to this video, leave a like and support this channel with a thumbs up and of course a subscribe. And that's it, and I see you guys and girls, you people, back next time. Bye.